Hello there and welcome along. Today's rose review is actually one not bred by David Austin Roses, but bred by Murrell in 1964. A very well-known rose. This one is R.f Kiftsgate. This is an exceptionally large rambler, and this one comes with a word of warning. The Gardener Ben doesn't often do this, but if you are in any doubt that you have the room for this particular rose, please do not go ahead and plant it. This is an absolute beast of a plant. Mine's been in the ground here now. This is the second plant I've had. I had one at my last house, had to leave it behind because of its size. Now been in the ground here for 5 years and only just got to a size where it's just entering its flowering stage. Now these are the first blooms that I've had on Kiftsgate since I've been in this particular house. It is exceptionally large, it is exceptionally angry. So these things do have their uses. This particular rose we've planted along our boundary, up over a 6-foot fence into a stand of trees. I'm actually pointing this way because that's where they are, but into a stand of trees. We're looking for it to spread all the way along the boundary tree line and actually give us some colour in the trees that are actually on the tree line itself. However, if you are under any doubt whatsoever that the structure you're going to put this up, please don't plant this rose because it's really very big. It's incredibly vigorous. It will grow very quickly, sending out massive long leaders, 3, 4, sometimes 5 meters long, that are laced with really large spikes and barbs. Obviously very useful if you want to cover a very large area very quickly. If you are wanting to cover something for safety and security reasons, it is very good for that. But this particular rose is very large, so if you're planning on setting this up a tree, please do make sure the tree is large enough to handle it. Something like a large mature beech or a large mature pine tree is absolutely ideal. I wouldn't advise putting up this something small like a birch or an apple. It will simply swamp it and eventually bring the tree down because this is a really large variety, reaching in excess of 60 feet and getting there really quite quickly. I say capable of growing about 15 to 20 feet a year, every year if left unchecked. This particular rose comes into flower in very late June into the beginning of July, producing one enormous flush of flowers. Now you can see here there's 2 sprays here. So my plant is young, only 5 coming on 6 years old. These are the sprays of flowers which it bears. They are absolutely enchanting, held up on really nice long slender stems, each flower facing outwards from the spray, each spray containing over 100 flowers per stem. So they really are pretty, opening in succession. You can see probably 25 to 30 blooms open on this particular one. Lots and lots of flowers already faded, lots of flowers still to come. They open from the most adorable buttery yellow apricot buds to these wonderful, very simple white, pure white flowers, which are no more than about 1 inch to 1.25 inches across, containing a really lovely collection of golden and very dark gold stamens in the very center, and that lovely little glowing cup right in the very heart of it. It really is enchanting. There's something about the way they hold their flowers out, almost surprised look at you. Very attractive indeed. However, yes, it does come with a warning. It is incredibly spiky. You can see even on the young and slender growth here, these thorns are very large indeed and very aggressive. So for safety and security reasons, a really useful rambling rose that's going to establish itself quickly. However, if planted in the wrong place, this is rapidly going to be causing you a problem. The other nice thing about this Kiftsgate is actually it produces really nice hips, which is one of the reasons mainly I planted it, I say, up into the stand of trees, along the stand of trees. I'm hoping for this beautiful show of highly fragranced musk flowers, June into July, one huge splash of flowers, followed by a really nice display of hips come autumn. So October, November, December, this plant is going to be smothered in oval shaped bright orange and red hips, which is going to be really attractive. This particular rose, as you can imagine, because of its vigor, is incredibly healthy. Very fast growing, will march its way through the season with no problems whatsoever. No disease, no mold, no mildew, no black spot will touch this plant. Very deep rooted. It's going to get itself established quickly and get itself away quickly, but it will reach in excess of 60 feet, so it is a really large one. So once flowering, and then there's a crop of hips come the autumn. This particular rose is rated with myself as a 6-star fragrance rating, producing, I say, this enormous en masse display of flowers, which are very, very musk-like in their fragrance. It is, oh, it's really lovely. It's heady, it's strong, it's woody. There's notes of sandalwood, and there's a lovely sweet edge to it as well. It carries nicely on the wind. It's a very, very warm and still day here at North Lodge Cottage today. And Kiftsgate is filling the rose arbour, planted alongside Tess of the d'Urbervilles on one side and Blush Noisette on the other, coming together in a lovely combination of whites and creams and yellows, that really strong of Tess of the d'Urbervilles. All the fragrances mixing together really is quite lovely. This one is R.f Kiftsgate, an old rambler, well, not particularly old, bred in 1964 by Murrell, available from a multitude of sources, a really useful rose in the garden, but caution, it must be taken away you plant it. If you're planting this around a building, make sure you've got those vine eyes and wall anchors ready. Make sure you've got some really good strong training wire, because you're going to need it. This one's going to get away really quickly. I hope you've enjoyed today's rose review. I will see you all again very soon. Don't hesitate to leave me a comment below and like, follow and share. Goodbye now.